I didn't expect a game this beautiful to test my patience and my party set. But Fantasian Neo Dimension does exactly that. It's a heartfelt, handcrafted roguelike to classic JRPGs, act with a charm, challenge, and a few rough edges that might catch you off guard. Welcome to this segment of Gen Talk, where I give my first impressions, comments, and general gist of the game and more, along with some gameplay features. If you like the content and would like more, please let me know down below. If you want to get notified about trends when I drop videos, hit that small bell to get notified of when they drop. So what exactly is Fantasian Neo Dimension? Originally launched behind Apple Arcade in 2021, Fantasian mostly flew under the radar. But in 2024, it was re-released on Switch, PS5, and PC, where I happened to stumble across it by accident. I did not realize it was created by Final Fantasy legends such as Sakaguchi Uematsu. What hooked me wasn't the pedigree or the names, it was the heart behind it. Let's break down the set, spoiler free. The game opens up with Leo, our protagonist, awakening in a high-tech facility after a mysterious explosion. His memories have been wiped clean. With help from two quirky robots, he escapes a relentless machine and teleports to the quiet town of N. There he meets Kina, a spirited young woman with a mysterious past, who joins him on a journey to recover his identity. As the story unfolds, Leo discovers that ancient machines, strange artifacts, and cosmic forces are all linked to his past. With a growing party, he travels to new towns, ruins, and otherworldly realms, while confronting the creeping threat of a mecha infestation that's corrupting the land. What begins as a quest for lost memories evolves into something much larger, an unraveling divine conflict between order and chaos, and Leo's place at the heart of it all. With themes of memory, legacy, and identity woven throughout, Fantasian reaches for emotional highs reminiscent of classic JRPGs, and often hits them. Of course, the good JRPG lives or dies by its caps, so let's talk about characters. Fantasian's cast feels like a love letter to those JRPGs, with each member being shaped by memory, loss, and purpose. At the center is Leo, our quiet hero chasing fragments of his past, and Sheena, the team's emotional core and only healer. Their bond anchors the story. Princess Cheryl adds elegance and edge, a royal sorceress with icy precision and a deeper connection to the group than she lets on. The rest round out the journey, as the party's wild card strategic ace, Zinniker's seasoned strength, and Narika's lore-rich insight, combined with Tam's beast-driven power. Even Prickle, our quirky support bot, earns their place with burial magic and unexpected charm. Some shine more than others, but together they reflect the game's deeper themes: connection, identity, and the weight of forgotten things. Now let's get into combat and why it's more strategic than it looks. At its core, this game features traditional turn-based combat, but it's elevated by a few standout systems that add real strategic flavor. This first one being the Dimension system. This lets you delay random encounters and fight them all at once later. Early on in the game, it's refreshing, great for minimizing interruptions and setting up big combo attacks, but later in the game, it starts to feel grindy as your dimension fills quickly, and in theory, it starts to become more of a chore. Each character has a progression. This is similar to Final Fantasy X Spear Grid, but is more to be warned. It encourages experimentation without punishing mistakes, making it approachable for both newcomers and JRPG veterans alike. Every party member gets a unique cinematic super move. Discharges over time. These tension skills can completely shift the momentum of a fight when used wisely, and give you amazing emotion. With that being said, position and timing matter more than you expect. For example, adjusting the joystick just right can curve attacks to hit multiple enemies. Some bosses, in particular Yin, require real tactical planning. I spent 3 days working on a strategy that finally worked against this particular boss, and it was extremely satisfying when it paid off. But this can also highlight how uneven the game's difficulty curve can be. Party member gets a unique cinematic super move. Discharges over time. These tension skills can completely shift the momentum of a fight when used wisely, and give you amazing emotion. With that being said, position and timing matter more than you expect. For example, adjusting the joystick just right can curve attacks to hit multiple enemies. Some bosses, in particular Yin, require real tactical planning. I spent 3 days working on a strategy that finally worked against this particular boss, and it was extremely satisfying when it paid off. But this can also highlight how uneven the game's difficulty curve can be. Here's my final verdict. Fantasian Neo Dimension is a visually stunning and emotionally charged JRPG that's easy to fall in love with, at least at first. The handcrafted diorama visuals are breathtaking, the Dimension system adds refreshing tactical depth, and Iamatsu's soundtrack hits hard, especially in scenes with Mamoru Kina. Voice acting is strong, quality of life improvements are welcome, and the first half of the game feels like a labor of love. Part 2 shifts gears. The open structure disrupts pacing, the difficulty spikes feel punishing, and some character arcs fade into the background. The Switch version suffers from performance issues, and there's not much post-game content to keep you engaged after the credits roll. That said, the community is small but passionate, with fan guides, patches, and even the speedrunning community that still supports this game. And recent updates have made this version the definitive one to play. So if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, Legend of Dragoon, or Chrono Trigger, this will absolutely scratch that nostalgia itch. Just don't expect the polish of Final Fantasy X or the gameplay balance of Octopath Traveler. I give this game 7.5 out of 10. It's not flawless, but it's memorable. A modern genre experiment that feels both nostalgic and sincere. So tell me, what's your dream mashup? If you could fuse 2 JRPG worlds or mechanics together, what would you create? Final Fantasy and Fire Emblem, Persona, Octopath? Let me know in the comments and I'll shout out the coolest ones in my future video. As always, guys, I recommend that you like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, press that bell again so that you are notified when these videos are coming out. I'm back on the platform, making a little bit more consistent videos. So if you would like to help shape a fun and chill gaming space, join the Discord. That link is also in the video description. We're quiet now, but with your help, we can bring it back up to life with good vibes, game talk, and community events. Your support here and there helps the channel grow. Well, that's where I'll put the controller down for now. Logging off with a full inventory of thoughts and just enough MP to save the game. And with that, remember to really play games.